A red banner flashes across every news screen. Oil shock, Middle East crisis sends prices soaring, Philippines on edge. The world watches as the Middle East, heart of global oil, plunges into turmoil. Tankers idle in ports, pipelines stand silent, and prices leap overnight. Now the crisis is no longer far away. It's right here, at home. The air is tense. Radio hosts warn of another fuel price hike. Emergency meetings are called before dawn. In Manila and across the islands, families huddle around televisions, listening for updates. They know what this means. When oil prices jump, everything changes. Philippine leaders call for calm, but nerves are frayed. Images of traffic jams outside gas stations flicker on every channel. Markets react instantly. The peso wobbles. Everyone wants to know, how bad is it, and what comes next? The shock is real, and the nation feels it. The story is no longer about numbers on a global market. It's about daily life, and the uncertainty that comes when the world's oil supply is suddenly at risk. By sunrise, panic fills Manila's streets. Cars snake around gas stations, drivers desperate to fill up before prices climb again. Tempers flare as supplies run low. Families worry their budgets won't stretch far enough. Yet, amid the fear, some share water and kindness, reminding each other the country has faced tough times before. Why does a crisis thousands of miles away shake the Philippines? The answer is oil's global web. The Middle East supplies almost a third of the world's oil. For decades, the Philippines has relied on imports. Over 90% of its oil comes from foreign suppliers, mostly from this volatile region. When conflict or disaster hits the Middle East, the flow of oil slows or stops. Prices spike everywhere. The Philippines, with few local oil resources, is especially vulnerable. Every barrel that costs more means higher expenses for shipping, factories, power plants, and even the food on your table. Oil is not just for cars. It powers the ships that bring goods to the islands. It fuels factories that make clothes, shoes, and electronics. It keeps the lights on in homes, schools, and hospitals. When global prices rise, every corner of Filipino life feels the shock. This crisis is a reminder. What happens in one part of the world can change daily life on the other side. The Philippines must watch global headlines closely, because the country's energy security is linked to distant places and unpredictable events. Oil price shocks are never just about the pump. When fuel costs soar, jeepney fares go up, making it harder for workers and students to get around. The price of rice, vegetables, and canned goods climbs, as truckers and market vendors pass along their new expenses. Electricity is another worry. Many power plants depend on oil or imported coal. A sharp rise in fuel prices means higher electricity bills for homes and businesses. This makes every peso matter more. To keep the lights on, to buy food, to pay for school and medicine. Businesses face tough choices. Some shops may shorten hours to cut costs. Factories might reduce shifts or delay new hires. Delivery services weigh whether to raise their fees or risk losing customers. Even the smallest price increase can ripple through every sector, hitting the poorest families hardest. These ripple effects test the resilience of every Filipino. They show how deeply oil is woven into the fabric of daily life. Every rise in global prices brings new challenges, but also new opportunities to work together and find solutions. As the crisis unfolds, the president addresses the nation in a special televised speech. His message is strong and steady. We will protect our people. We will not let this crisis break us. Behind him stand cabinet members, energy officials, and leaders from every sector. The government quickly announces a package of bold measures. Emergency oil reserves are released to stabilize supplies. Fuel subsidies are rolled out for jeepney drivers, farmers, and fishermen, those most affected by the shock. Price controls are set for basic goods, and monitoring teams are sent out to prevent hoarding and overpricing. A hotline opens for citizens to report abuses and ask for help. The president promises regular updates, transparent information, and continued support. He urges the private sector to cooperate and calls on communities to look out for one another. The message is clear. In this crisis, no one will be left behind. Across the country, local governments mobilize. Barangay halls distribute information and assistance. Police and volunteers help keep order at gas stations. The Philippines responds not with panic, but with bold, coordinated action. In times of crisis, rumors can spread faster than truth. Social media buzzes with stories, some true, some wild exaggerations. That's why clear, honest updates are critical. The government holds daily briefings, experts explain what is happening and what it means for ordinary Filipinos. Radio and television anchors repeat key messages. There is enough oil for now, subsidies are on the way, and there is no need to panic buy or hoard. Local officials visit markets and transport terminals, calming fears and answering questions face to face. Trusted voices, teachers, priests, community leaders join in, helping everyone understand the facts. Accurate information is more than just numbers. It is reassurance. It helps families plan. It stops panic from spreading and makes it harder for profiteers to take advantage. Communication becomes a lifeline, connecting government and citizens in a time of need. By fighting fear with facts, the Philippines stand stronger. The power of clear voices can turn the tide, ensuring that response is guided by wisdom, not worry. It is important to understand the difference between higher prices and true shortages. In this crisis, oil supplies have not run out, but they have become more expensive. This means motorists can still buy fuel, though at a cost that strains pockets and budgets. Shortages would mean empty pumps, closed stations, and empty roads. That is not the case now, thanks to emergency reserves and careful planning. The real danger is fear-driven behavior, rushing to fill tanks, hoarding supplies, and spreading false rumors. This can create artificial scarcity, making things worse for everyone. The government works hard to keep oil flowing. Importers look for new suppliers, even if it costs more. Ships reroute, and reserves are tapped to fill the gap. Officials encourage the public to buy only what they need and avoid panic. Understanding the crisis helps everyone make smarter choices. By staying informed, Filipinos can protect themselves and their neighbors from unnecessary hardship. In moments like these, calm is a powerful tool. Wise action, not panic, keeps society running. The government asks everyone to use fuel carefully, carpool, take public transport, and avoid unnecessary trips. Businesses are urged to save energy and avoid sudden price hikes. Community leaders remind people, don't hoard, don't spread rumors, and don't lash out in anger. Kindness and patience are more needed than ever. When people stay calm, resources stretch further, and recovery comes sooner. National unity is a shield. By trusting in leaders and working together, the Philippines can manage even the toughest crisis. Volunteers step forward to help at gas stations, distribute food packs, and comfort anxious neighbors. The spirit of Bayanihan, the Filipino way of helping one another, shines brightest in hard times. Wise action, rooted in calm and cooperation, is the best defense against fear. It is what will carry the country through the storm. As the crisis continues, people ask, can this happen again? Experts say yes, unless the country finds new ways to reduce its reliance on imported oil. The government launches programs to explore renewable energy. Solar, wind, and hydro. Investments in biofuels and electric vehicles gain momentum. Farmers and inventors look for local alternatives: coconut oil, sugarcane, even algae. Schools teach kids about saving energy and protecting the environment. Businesses support green technology, knowing it is the path to long-term security. Building resilience takes time and effort. It means upgrading infrastructure, investing in research, and working with partners in the region. But every step brings the Philippines closer to a future where oil shocks are less frightening, and the country is better prepared for whatever comes next. The lesson is clear: energy security is national security. The road may be long, but it leads to a safer, stronger Philippines. The oil shock is a test, a challenge that shakes homes, markets, and minds, but it is also a chance for the Philippines to show its strength and unity. With bold leadership, clear information, and calm action, the country proves it can face any storm. Neighbors help neighbors. Leaders listen and act. Teachers, doctors, and drivers all do their part. The spirit of Bayanihan carries the nation forward, reminding everyone that in times of trouble, Filipinos are never alone. The crisis will pass. Prices will settle. New solutions will emerge. Through it all, the Philippines stands ready, not just to survive, but to grow stronger, wiser, and more united than ever before. In the end, it is not just oil that fuels the nation. It is hope, unity, and the belief that together, anything is possible.